Good morning friends, this is our second online lecture. Because of some technical problem yesterday I have not discussed with you about syllabus. Today we will discuss first what is the syllabus of semester 5 for inorganic chemistry. Before going to that, look at here, this is the book of inorganic chemistry, College Inorganic Chemistry TYBSc, Himalaya Publishing House. So this book is a very beautiful book which having so many thing in a simple language. So I suggest you can use this book for your study. Now what is the syllabus of this semester for TYBSc? You can see here our course is a 6 units course, TYBSc 6 units course. For this particular course, actually if you see here, this is the course code, that is a USCH 502. This subject having 2 credits and we want to cover that all topic in a 60 lectures. So actually basically there is a 4 units we want to discuss, we want to study in this whole semester. First unit is a molecular symmetry and chemical bonding. First, molecular symmetry. This is totally new topic for you all, because yet that is in first year BSc, second year BSc, you don't know about what is molecular symmetry, even though in 11th or 12th standard. So this is completely new topic for you all, that what is the importance of molecular symmetry, what are the basic concepts in that, like symmetry elements, symmetry operations, and here one more concept is a point group. So we will discuss all these things into this particular topic. I am sure that once you learn that particular symmetry element as symmetry operation, molecular symmetry as a topic, then you will get a lot of knowledge about molecular symmetry. And this is not only important for TYBSc, but when you goes for MScs, there is also this particular chapter, and which having huge demand in some competitive examination like NETS and SET as well as GATE examination. So many questions will ask on this particular topic. So this is our first topic of first unit, molecular symmetry. Now second topic is a molecular orbital theory for heteronuclear diatomic molecule and polyatomic species. My dear student, we already learned MOT diagram in last year also, but that is for only some diatomic molecule like H2 molecule, B2 molecule, C2 molecule, N2 molecule. So you know what is diatomic molecule. Diatomic molecule means two same atoms, when they combine they form a molecule, that is called as a diatomic molecule. But here we want to study some heterodiatomic molecule also, like CO, CNO, HCl, and how molecular orbital theory is used to understand the formation of such molecules. So we will discuss that. One more important thing in this unit or in this chapter we want to study, that is application of MOT to some polyatomic species like H3 as well as H3 plus ion. These are exceptional ions or molecule, we can say, because we saw H2 molecule but we didn't know what is H3 molecule yet. So how that H3 molecule or H3 plus ions form, that will be discussed later on. Then application of that MOT to some molecule like BH2 molecule as well as water molecule, that how that molecule is formed by MOT theory. This is the overall first content of first unit, and which having 15 lectures total. Now second unit is named as solid state chemistry. In this solid state chemistry as a unit, we want to study again two chapter. One is called as structure of solids, and second one is a superconductivity. So in structure of solids, again we want to discuss how solids are formed, because I know that you had already learned solid state chemistry in a 12th standard as well as in a SYBSc, right? So a little bit thing is different, otherwise near about we can say 80% content of this chapter is content of previous year's chapter. You already learned that what is unit cell, what is crystal lattice, what are the packing density. So you have already learned in a 12th standard as well in SYBSc. Still we want to study, because knowledge gains as much as when you increase your reading as well as when you increase your learning ability of that particular chapter. So here we want to study some relation between density, radius of unit cells and lattice parameter. We want to calculate some lattice parameter by some numericals here, and we want to discuss the point defect in solids. Like basically we have two types of point defect. One is a Frenkel, as an other is a Schottky defect. So that two point defect we want to study in this particular unit. Second chapter of this second unit is what? Superconductivity. As we know that superconductivity is a vast demand in day-to-day life in many electronic devices, but people don't, or students also don't know what is superconductivity or what is the phenomena of that superconductivity. So we will discuss first discovery of superconductivity, then a lot of terms which include it, like superconductivity definition, transition temperature, Meissner's effect, and some types of superconductor and its application. So this is not a bigger chapter, it's a smaller chapter actually, but I'm damn sure that it is very useful for today's day with application point of view. Now third unit is chemistry of inner transition elements. So again here we know that in periodic table there are different types of elements, right, and they are divided into, let's say, 4 groups like S block, P block, D block and F block. So basically we know inner transition elements belongs to F block, and F block having two types of element, one is called as lanthanides and other is a actinide. So here we want to discuss only lanthanides. So in this topic we want to study, because whole unit having only the study of lanthanide elements, so this chapter having very good weightage in examination also. Position of that lanthanides in electronic in periodic table, chemistry of lanthanides with respect to their lanthanide contraction and its consequences, oxidation state, ability to form complexes, and magnetic and spectral properties, as well as occurrence and separation of some lanthanides by two important techniques. One is called as ion exchange and the second one is the solvent extraction methods, and last point is the application of lanthanides. In fourth unit we have some selected topics like chemistry of non-aqueous solvent, comparative chemistry of group 16 and group 17 elements. So you know that in chemistry of non-aqueous solvent we want to study the so many solvent other than water, because water if you there then it is called as aqueous solvent. Yes, but instead of water, if there is a like a DMA, if there is like ammonia, then it is called as a non-aqueous solvent. So it's application of that non-aqueous solvents and some characteristics of and study of liquid ammonia as well as dinitrogen tetroxides as a solvent for acid-base reaction and redox reaction. This content we want to study in this topic, like the chemistry of non-aqueous solvent. Second one is comparative chemistry of group 16 elements. There also we want to study like electronic configuration, then trends in physical properties, as well as allotropy phenomena, then manufacturing of sulfuric acid by contact process. And another more on topic is comparative chemistry of group 17 element, that is a halogen family. Group 16 element is oxygen family, and group 17 is a halogen family. There also we want to study electronic configuration, then anomalous properties of fluorine, then study of acidity of acids of chlorine, as well as oxidizing properties on the basis of VSEPR theory, and some formation of intrahalogens and their properties, and preparation on the basis of VSEPR theory. So this is the overview of syllabus. If you saw in unit wise, then we look like it is a lengthy syllabus, but if you see the content wise, then it is not a lengthy syllabus. Absolutely within a given time slot or lecture slot, we will finish that particular syllabus within a proper time or within a schedule. So this is the overview of syllabus, correct? If you just look on the whole content of syllabus, only a few topics are newer, that means you are not yet learned. That is, one is molecular symmetry and second one is let's say superconductivity. Otherwise MOT, you had already some basic ideas of MOTs in last year, as well as solid state also having you already learned in 12th standard as well as in S5 BSc of this topic. Then also you know the lanthanides and actinides. Yeah, this topic is also new for you, chemistry in non-aqueous solvents. Otherwise comparative chemistry of group 16 and comparative chemistry of group 17 means it is a p block element. So little bit you have the knowledge about that particular content of the syllabus. So this is just a syllabus of inorganic chemistry in semester 5 for inorganic chemistry course. Now let me go move to the references. You have to here the list of unit-wise list of some references. If you want to refer, then you can go through these particular references. These are very famous reference books. Or if you want, right now because of a time constraint, you can directly follow the this book as a also a good book for the study. But if you have any difficulty, you can go into the reference book also, which is listed here. For unit we have 6 references, for unit second we have 7 references, third we have 5 reference books, and for fourth we have 10 reference books. Now let me move to the next point, that is the practicals, because the syllabus of theory course we already saw. Now we want to see the syllabus of practicals. Again, practical is very compulsory. It also having 2 credits. So actually total inorganic course having, let's say, 4 credits, 2 theory, 2 practicals. Okay, so in practical course of inorganic chemistry, we want to divide that practical course into actually 2 parts. One is called as inorganic preparation, and second one is a determination of percentage purity with the help of qualitative analysis by wet test only. So in inorganic preparation, we want to study 3 inorganic preparation. One is preparation of potassium diaquabis cuprate, oxalate of cuprate, preparation of ferrocethylene diammonium sulfate, preparation of biacetyl bisacetyl acetonate of copper. So these are the preparation, and we want to study 3 important mixture or salt of transition metal ions, and we want to study the percentage purity of that particular ion in that particular solution mixture. So these are the reference book for practicals. So this is the syllabus of 5th semester. If you have any doubt, actually I have already sent that's all syllabus into your WhatsApp group, so you just go through that also. Syllabus is very important because what you learned, that you should always see into the syllabus. Okay, this topic is over, so that is always guide us that what is remaining and what is we had already covered through the lecture. So syllabus is very important. Yesterday I have already sent you the first topic, that is the molecular symmetry. We started some important definition of molecular symmetry, because molecular symmetry is, as I said, it is a completely new topic, so you require some more time to focus on that. We will discuss with the help of model, also with the help of some examples, with the we will also provide you notes also, so don't worry about it. So today we will stop here, and from tomorrow onwards we will start our syllabus. Okay, bye.